Happy New Year's, everybody. Welcome to 2026, and this video is gonna recap my channel. First of all, I have rebranded. I am now Mang. I used to be Tony, but this year I'm embracing my roots. First up, let's talk about the biggest lesson I learned this year, which is sometimes the way to know what you don't want is to have it. And I don't have B-roll footage, so I'm just gonna be commenting over my gym video. Y'all can just listen to my voice if you want. The biggest lesson I learned is people need to get on my level. I spent the whole year slacking off and spending money and wasting my time on girls and just doing whatever I wanted, to be honest. And the worst part of all this is my friends could not keep up. Like, they all got careers. What is wrong with y'all? You can't squeeze out one weekend to hang out with your friend? And I don't say this to be a hater, but y'all need to step up for real, because living in Canada, Calgary, is not difficult. Like, this shit is on easy mode. Like, I understand I'm in a very privileged place to have my own business and be able to work from home, but god damn, the amount of time I actually saw my friends were so little that I had to make completely new friend groups. And I lost all of it because they weren't my people. But still, it's like, why are people my age just like slacking actually? Like, why can you not just, take time off of work? It sounds insensitive, but like, I mean this genuinely. Like, I be a straight hater because these people just be, I don't know what they do. Like, what you gonna do, stack dollar bills until you're 35 and then your youth is done and you look back and you're filled with regret? Anyways, despite that, I don't think this is the life that I want to live. I've experienced pretty much everything I want to experience, so in 2026 it's gonna be a new leaf. I'm gonna go back to my disciplined ways and take what I learned in 2025 and bring it with me as I move forward and keep growing as a person. But the fact that I had so much free time, I actually did not like that. So for 2026, hopefully I can change that. Alright, since I'm such a hater, let's talk about the biggest L I took this year. Biggest L I took is realizing a $300,000 loss, and this will show up on my taxes. And when I make that money back in the future, I won't have to pay any taxes for $300,000, whatever. Y'all might judge me and think, oh, he must be bad at business, or oh, he takes too much risks. Well, the one thing I'm gonna tell you is the fact that I can lose $300,000 and still be pushing forward should tell you everything you need to know about me. This is the difference between a scarcity mindset and abundance mindset. I think too many people are focused on the losses that they cannot even live their life properly. It's always like, oh, how do I save money? Oh, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. How do I hate my life right now, but I'm not going to do anything to improve it. Let me tell you, it's just a skill issue. There's levels to this shit, but if you boil it all down, it's all relative. So be hard on yourself, but remember, money is just money, right? If you don't take those risks when you're young, you're going to regret it when you're old. And because I was able to lose this kind of money, I bet y'all haven't even saved $300,000 or even touched that much money in your life. But the fact that I have gone through it means I see money in a completely different light than everyone else. I'm not saying it feels great to lose that much money, but for the first time in my life, I can live and just spend my money as intended. It's like money, you can see it as like a currency that you have to spend, right? So if you want to live your life to the fullest, you better get your bread up and learn your lessons quick and just not treat money like it's a limited resource. They can print as much money as they want. It's just up to you to be able to capture it and use it for your own gain, right? Whatever that might be. Alright, now that we talk about the biggest L, let's talk about my biggest win, which is acquiring Sumo Key. I own half of this now. Happened when I went on my trip in April. And sometimes you just gotta be bold, you know what I mean? The revenues generated from this new business that I took over replaced the income that I would have had for the whole year working at my old job. And this is just one of my businesses. And the owner, the co-owner of that business is like 45 years old, and here I am, 26, walks into his state and just proposes that I gain half of his company. And it happened, and everyone won. You know, while all the other businesses in the world are decreasing in revenues, between Mr. Kifov and Sumuki, we actually grew year over year, which is crazy considering we're just the same company, but it's through these strategic ways of acquisitions that I was able to boost our revenues to the point where we actually ended up positive. So be bold, chase your dreams. I learned in 2025 that YouTube was extremely difficult to do. Like, trying to be a full-time content creator is like the chicken and egg problem. Do you have the money to have a full-on setup, recording crew, high-end camera, editing software, the time to edit, the time to stage fake content, the time to be creative? Honestly, looking back, I don't think I have that dog in me. And the content that I'm producing, I don't think people are necessarily drawn to it. It's just me living my pretty boring life, even though I tried to make it exciting by spending hella money. I think I ended up spending like $7,000 on stuff that I normally wouldn't have spent on. Okay, maybe it's closer to like 5K that I wouldn't have spent it on, but you can't, you have to have like a special sauce, and unfortunately I don't think the content I'm producing has that. As a result, we're gonna have much fewer videos, and I'm gonna spend a lot more time on it, thinking something like one video a month. Which is funny because at the start of 2025, I was so ambitious that I was like, I'm gonna do a video every single weekday. Ended up doing 5 videos a week. Then it became 1 video a week, and now it's gonna be 1 video a month. But I'm hoping that the extra time will allow me to make higher production videos, maybe center around a theme for that month, and ultimately give me more time to actually polish up my content and draw in wider audience as well. Because I have a month of time, I won't just be putting up slop onto the internet. I'll be able to maybe clip them and make them into short form content. So that is the biggest change for 2026 in terms of the YouTube channel. I lost a lot in 2025 beyond just the obscene amount of money that I lost. I lost so many good friends, like 10 plus. These happen to be girls, but the lesson I learned from this is I finally understand why people say that guys and girls cannot just be friends. And once you cross that line, more often than not, one of the parties will back out of that friendship and it'll never be the same. Amongst these experiences, I also lost my dignity, and where I just accepted these trashy people into my life. People I would never accepted before because I had free time, because I had money, because I wanted company. I accepted them and let them into my life while they just kind of love bombed me at the start. Once they knew the real me, they just found an excuse to leave my life, even though at the start they promised, we're still gonna be friends after all this, no matter what. I think you're a real one. You know how many times I heard this over the whole year, only for me to end up alone at the end of the year? That was a wild experience, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So 2026, I'm gonna protect my peace, be very stringent on who I let into my life, and even if I let them into my life, maybe I'll just keep it surface level. Sometimes it's better that way. Like, yes, it's hard to live when all your friends are just busy with their own lives, but looking back on what I lost in 2025, it's a fine line that you have to walk, and just be careful. That's what I learned. I am not gonna make that mistake again. I'm gonna protect my peace and find my discipline again, and just be happy with my own presence. I do not need these trashy people influencing my life. So I'm a certified hater now, yo. On a more cheery note, let's finish off 2025 with this final photo dump. I finally get this meme. People are like, is like choosing A, which is the obvious wrong answer, or B, obvious right answer. But now, I'm not so sure, you know what I mean? This happened January 1st. Some girls just be crazy and you gotta block them. She was 18. I am not trying to invite that energy into my life. And this girl, she posts this picture and gets mad when someone comments on it. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, actually, shut the fuck up. Don't be posting shit, getting the exact reaction you're trying to get, and then be offended. What the Anyways, I digress. 2025, it was a very mid year for me. Lost a lot, barely any wins. But it's a place where I can work off of. My mindset has changed. Hoping that 2026 is a lot better. I literally be writing affirmations in the notebook that Carice got me. I think Carice and Rav are the only friends that I retained from 2025, which is really sad, but life goes on, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't got a positive attitude, the life will just keep knocking you down and you'll not find energy to pick yourself up. The theme of 2025 was hope, and for 2026 is to win, and I hope to win gloriously after that L I took of a year. That's not to say that I didn't have fun. I met a lot of fun people. Maybe I didn't do all the things I was supposed to, but I have fun along the way, and that's what's important, right? Also, I landed a $1,000 contract for the year end, so celebrated with some hot chocolate and croissant. It was trash, very mid. Also, I got really good at Rubik's Cube, and as a result, I now quit it officially. But next time someone plays me, it's game over for them. I'm a Rubik's Cube master now. 2 people this year invited me to play Rubik's Cube, but next time I'm gonna be a pro. And hopefully 2026 will be better, and I wish y'all a happy New Year's. This creatine tub is a hint as to what's gonna come in 2026. I'm definitely gonna make an announcement on my main channel and my gym channel, so stay tuned for that. Hope y'all have a great year.